Mr. Caldicott, please. Well, then, would you try Mr. Charter's room?
Inspector Snow, 2 rooms.
Paging Mr. Charters or Mr. Caldicott. Mr. Charters or Mr. Caldicott, please.
Go. If she's let her 2 boyfriends slip the leash, we've got trouble.
Rather a fetching little watercolour, Caldicott.
Quite nice. Scotland, would you say?
Yorkshire Dales. A poor thing, but my own.
I don't see how it can be. It's signed Meg Wrigley.
Perhaps one of your many pseudonyms?
I'm sorry. You have every right to be very angry.
Angry? Why should we be angry? A total stranger takes the name of our best friend's daughter, tricks us into affording her protection and shelter, all but gets us arrested. In short, makes total Charlies of us. What is there to be angry about?
I truly am sorry. I wish there was something I could do to make it up to you and to Margaret.
There is, my girl. Explain yourself.
Never mind about that. Get the letter.
I wasn't sailing under completely false colours, you know. I'm as close a friend of Jenny's as you were of her father's. We were at school together in Switzerland.
Very likely.
It's true.
Yeah, how do you expect us to swallow that? We don't even have proof that the girl is still alive.
Oh, she's alive, all right. Just. You know, her father threw her out. She went to San Francisco and began drifting across America. One day, as she was driving to some commune or other with a bunch she got mixed up with, all of them high as kites, they met a truck coming the other way. 3 of them died instantly. Jenny wasn't so lucky. She's been living for the past year in a private sanatorium in upstate New York, almost completely paralyzed.
Poor child.
All right, we've had the 2 minutes silence. Now let's have the letter.
Do you really think they're going to show us where the will is hidden when they don't know why Jenny wants us to have it? Why I deceived them, how this whole nightmare started.
Your wife has a point there, Wrigley.
How much do you know?
A great
Very
deal.
little. Only what we've learned from Darren.
Plus what we've deduced ourselves.
It started in Hong Kong. Dad had given me the money to take myself off on a kind of flying world cruise. Well, I sorted out what to do about my failing marriage.
They don't need to know about that.
I wish I'd known it wasn't his to give, then none of this would have happened.
You didn't know because you didn't want to know. Daddy could do no wrong. The sun shone out of his backside.
That's enough of that, Wrigley.
Jenny's father took me out to dinner. He told me how popular bird aid had become with the Chinese, just from the few crates we were exporting to Hong Kong. He was convinced there was an enormous market for us just waiting to be tapped.
Shrewd fellow, Jock. Knew how many beans make 5.
Well, I wasn't much interested at first. We're such a tiny company, we haven't the capacity to expand on that scale. Then he mentioned the Zaz Corporation and how they were trying to break into China. He thought Josh Darrell would leap at the idea of taking us over. So then I was interested. I cabled Dad, not knowing, of course, that he lived in terror of an outsider examining the books. My husband arrived on the next plane.
With the object of blocking Jock's bright idea by hook or by crook.
Or murder.
There was no murder. I'm afraid I had to pretend it wasn't a straightforward heart attack for the same reason I pretended I was being followed. So you'd take me under your wing.
Yes, we rather fell for that, didn't we? Go on.
Never mind going on. Are you going to get that letter?
Is there anything you'd like? Coffee?
There is one thing you might rustle up since you ask. Mrs. Mottram's pigskin suitcase.
May I join you, Mrs. Mottram?
We really must stop meeting like this, Inspector. Would you like a drink?
Not while I'm on duty. Oh, go on then. I'll have a Virgin Mary while I'm waiting.
That's a Bloody Mary without the vodka. And I'll have a gin and tonic without the tonic. Waiting for what?
For my opposite number to arrive with a warrant. It's all got to be done by the book, you know.
Of course it has.
So, where are they? your wandering boys.
Watching the test match, if I know them. They're not in the hotel.
I only hope they are watching the test match, out of harm's way. They were over at Norton and West earlier this morning, I know that much.
You have your spies everywhere.
No, I don't. Sergeant Tippers just checked with their receptionist. She said they'd been and gone, which is one load off my mind, I must say. But that's not far short of a maniac they're tangling with.
Gordon Wrigley. Thank you.
How did you work that out? Intuition?
Something like that. How did you work it out? Inspiration?
Perspiration. I'm a meticulous man, Mrs. Mottram.
I've noticed that. Shouldn't that be at 9 o'clock?
Matching fingerprints, breaking alibis, comparing statements, collating descriptions, putting hairs, fag ends, and buttons into plastic envelopes. Comparing pictures of Mrs. Wrigley with descriptions of a young lady seen leaving your house with a pigskin suitcase.
Oh, my pigskin suitcase. It's all right, Inspector. I don't want to prefer charges.
Hard slog, Mrs. Mottram. That's what detective work's all about, not chasing around the country like... well, like,
Blue-arsed flies. Still, it's a hobby for them, isn't it?
playing Sherlock Holmes at their age is a riskier hobby than hang gliding, Mrs. Mottram.
Would you say Sherlock Holmes? I think they're both Dr. Watson.
Now, look here, Wrigley, you're quite right. This letter should lead us to the will. Isn't that so, Caldicott?
What? Oh, absolutely. You see, it's in code.
You don't say.
However, that will is meant to be in our trust. If we're to place it in your hands, I'm afraid we shall need a fuller explanation than you've volunteered so far.
Here, Jolly, here.
This all started as Jenny's idea.
Does that mean she asked you to find the will?
Find it and destroy it, so that a previous will will become valid.
Whereupon, so little bird tells me, she and Helen Appleyard would have carved up the estate between them. Well, that seems incentive enough.
That wasn't the incentive. She was only thinking of me.
Brings tears to your eyes, doesn't it?
After Colonel Beaver's funeral, I flew to New York to see Jenny. By now, Gordon had told me the trouble my father was in if Josh Darrell took us over. I poured out the whole story to her, and she had what seemed, up there in the Adirondack Mountains, a wonderfully simple idea.
Impersonate her, destroy new will, produce old will, presumably in her possession, then what?
The same stroke I had already meant to pull with Jock Beavers. Buy Norton and West out of what was coming to her. Straighten the books, sell out to Zaz, and we're all laughing.
But how could the poor girl, lying in hospital all those thousands of miles away, know where the new will might possibly be?
Helen Appleyard.
Scheming baggage.
Helen kept her in touch with everything that was going on, particularly the fact that Colonel Beavers had sent the only draft of his new will to England, so that no one could throw a spanner in the works, as he put it. Helen was livid. She wrote that she'd a good mind to track down the will and burn it. I suppose that's what put the idea into Jenny's head.
Unfortunately, it put the same idea into her own stupid head. If that silly bitch had kept her nose out of it, she'd now be sitting at home in Hong Kong waiting for £1 million to drop into her lap.
So you came back to England with Jenny's papers, plus a cock and bull yarn for my consumption about wanting to see Jock's diaries, but your nerve failed you, and you thought you'd resort to simple burglary.
I suppose my nerve did fail. You see, on one of my visits to Viceroy Mansions, while I was screwing up the courage to go on and ask for you, I saw someone I recognised coming out. I'd seen her at the funeral.
Helen Appleyard, fresh from greasing Grimes's itchy palm, I suppose.
I assumed that she must have been to see you. Well, her turning up like that upset everything. If she'd told you that Jenny Beavers was in a nursing home 3,000 miles away, and I'd arrived at your door pretending to be Jenny...
But hang on, according to Grimes...
According to Grimes,
well, admittedly not a reliable witness, that's precisely what you did do.
I had to double-check that you were out, though he'd already told me you were never in on the first Friday of the month.
I'm amazed he doesn't announce my movements on the Residents' Association bulletin board.
You know I got the key. This time Gordon was waiting for me outside. He went up to your flat first.
Yes, I've been puzzling about that.
There's just one thing I've been puzzling over, Mrs. Mottram.
Aren't I supposed to say that?
Come again?
But there's one thing I don't understand, Inspector. If the 317 from Bodmin was running 40 minutes late that day, how could the murderer have hidden in the library before the butler came in with a sherry tray at 6:30?
You read a lot of detective stories, do you?
All the time.
Tell me this, then. Wrigley's wife wasn't a party to those murders, I'm convinced of it. He was alone with Helen Appleyard when he killed her.
I'm sure you're right. She steals pigskin suitcases, but she wouldn't stoop to murder.
Then why did Wrigley go up to Mr. Caldicott's flat ahead of her? Obviously to check there was nobody on the premises. A cleaning lady, say, before she let herself in with the spare key she'd just pocketed. But why make a double act out of it? Why couldn't she just have marched up, rung the doorbell herself, and if anyone answered, claimed she was selling encyclopedias?
Oh, that's easy peasy. If Mrs. Duggins what does had answered the door, she'd have got a good look at her. Now, if she didn't get her hands on the will, which indeed she didn't, and had to fall back on passing herself off as Jenny Beavers, which indeed she did, she couldn't run the risk of Mrs. Duggins what does blurting out, "That ain't no Miss Jenny Beavers, Mr. Caldicott. That's that lady what come round selling encyclopedics."
Well, that fits.
Now, I'll give you one. You keep saying she let herself into the flat after the murder.
That's right. She was seen hanging around the lift, nervously fiddling with a key. Evidently, she thought she somehow missed Wrigley. That place is a maze of corridors, so she took a chance and let herself in.
And found him standing over the body.
Yes.
Then who let him in?
Helen Appleyard.
But for Pete's sake, why? Helen Appleyard wasn't supposed to be in that flat. Why the hell would she answer the door?
Mrs. Mottram, do you remember the other day I called on you and you looked through your little spy hole and decided not to open the door?
I was in the loo, if you want to know.
I sent my car away and waited. 5 minutes later, you peeked out to see if I'd gone. As you know, I hadn't.
And as you know, I came out to put out the milk bottles.
You came out with the milk bottles, yes. Oh, come on, Mrs. Mottram, it's human nature. Helen Appleyard waited, had to reassure herself, opened the door a crack and saw Wrigley still standing there. He must have heard a movement in the flat, like the clink of milk bottles.
All right, Inspector. I'll give you that round. But you still don't know why he killed her.
I don't have to know why, Mrs. Mottram. I expect you'll tell us in the fullness of time.
Panic. Sheer blind panic. She was wetting herself.
No need for that kind of talk, Wrigley.
But why panic? What had Helen Appleyard to fear from you?
Everything. She knew all there was to know about that little scheme I hatched out with Jock Beavers in Hong Kong. Now, if she was interested in selling that information to Josh Darrell, as I thought she was, then very likely I'd be interested in stopping her.
Ah, so our roles at that foul house party of his, when we thought we were investigating a murder, was merely to pick up any crumbs he might let drop about your tin-pot little pot factory.
I'm afraid so.
I'll have you know, that was the most disagreeable weekend we've spent since we were snowed up in a Scottish temperance hotel in the bad winter of '47.
Not since, inclusive of. However, water under the bridge, old chap. So, Helen Appleyard panicked.
I bundled her back into the flat. She wouldn't listen to reason. She kept on struggling. Her hand closed on a knife of some sort on a desk. She tried to lunge it into me. I twisted her arm around, so she stuck it into herself. Finito. It was either her or me.
Self-defense and no witnesses.
And then you arrived on the scene.
I was horrified.
So horrified, you calmly proceeded to exchange handbags.
Well, that was my idea. If Helen Appleyard was in London, Gregory had to be with her. As soon as he knew she was dead, he'd soon be on to us. So his wife isn't dead. But her pal Jenny Beavers is.
But he must have known, even though no one else did, that he couldn't possibly be Jenny.
Right. He'd guess it was somebody posing as Jenny. Somebody after the will for her own reasons. Helen Appleyard surprises her. There's a row. She kills her, panics, and takes off. Right, so he was bound to rumble it sooner or later. But it did give us time to play with while we looked for the will. Once we'd found it, easy enough to prove it's all been a terrible mistake. By finding the real Jenny Beavers alive, if not kicking, in New York.
I'd have done anything to have brought Helen Appleyard back to life, but as that wasn't possible, I couldn't see what harm we were doing, apart from causing a little confusion.
Oh, a little confusion. One Jenny Beavers lying dead in my flat, a second Jenny Beavers lying in a nursing home bed in New York, and a third Jenny Beavers getting us mixed up in one unpleasantness after another.
And you really believe it was self-defense, do you?
I have to. The alternative to believing is not believing, isn't it?
And how does he account for Gregory's death?
An accident.
It was. I never expected to find him at Josh Darrow's place. As soon as he saw me, he put two and two together. He figured I'd killed his wife. And he thought I should pay for it.
Blackmail.
Attempted. He pulled a knife on me. Fortunately, he got the worst of it.
St. Clair? Another accident?
Look, all these people, Helen Appleyard, Gregory, St. Clair, were criminals. They'd have killed both of you just to get what they wanted. They'd have killed me, they'd have killed my husband.
If he hadn't killed them first.
Old Trafford Cricket Ground, please.
Yes, time is getting on, isn't it, Charters? I've enjoyed our chat, Wrigley, Mrs. Wrigley. Now we really must be making tracks.
Perhaps you'll be kind enough to call us a taxi?
The will?
Yes, well, I'm afraid, after all, we can't help you on that one.
Please, not for me, for Jenny and my father.
One doesn't wish to be sanctimonious.
Well, damn it, I do wish to be sanctimonious. You got into all this to protect your father. Sooner or later, he's going to learn that however far he's strayed from the straight and narrow, his daughter's strayed a great deal further. Whatever you do now, you can't shield him from that.
As for poor Jenny, from what you tell us, she's regrettably beyond the help of worldly fortune.
But she isn't. With money, there are operations she can have. A new clinic in Texas. But you know what these things cost over there?
What say you, Charters?
What I say, Caldicott, is that provision for Jenny may safely be left with us. There are ample funds available, and I'm sure that would be her father's wish. As for handing over Jock Beaver's last will and testament to this blackguard, I'd sooner be roasted over a slow fire.
Here, here. Shall we go, old man? We'll probably pick a cab up at the corner.
Gordon?
Don't worry, my dear. I'm sure if President has anything to go by, the verdict will be self-defense.
Sit down. You already have that will, don't you?
As we used to say at school, Wrigley, that's for us to know and you to find out.
We went to different schools, Charters.
Wait here. Charters and Caldicott are with Gordon Wrigley.
Where?
At his house. My cab driver took them there.
I'm going to count to 10. Then it's your turn, Caldicott.
Gordon, you can't.
Look here, Wrigley. Charters doesn't know where the blasted will is.
Decent of you to bluff, old man. The secret dies with me, Wrigley. Caldicott knows nothing.
1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9.
What are you two doing in my house?
Father, this is Mr. Charters and Mr. Caldicott. We met in Hong Kong. They were very old friends of Jenny's father.
Oh, that's what they've told you, is it? It's not what they told me.
Told you when? I didn't even know you'd met.
You don't have to know all my business, Gordon. What have they been saying to you, Meg?
Oh, just chewing the fat, don't you know? About this morning, sir, I believe we may owe you an explanation.
You do that.
Possibly in private?
Yes, we don't need to bother Mrs. Wrigley with our tiresome business affairs.
You can wheel me round the garden. Lunch in 10 minutes, think on. Right over your shot here, this is far enough.
And I shot too, which is more to the point. That door, Mr. Norton, does it lead to the outside world?
Never mind that. Now, come on, then. What's your game, you two?
Cricket, sir. A most convenient habit. I'm sorry to desert you, Mr. Norton. I'm sure your nurse will be along in a jiff. Good morning.
Where are we going?
Same place they are.
Oh, it's no use, Gordon. It's all over.
That's Wrigley and the girl. Stay right there, Mrs. Mottram.
Meg! Meg! It's about those murders Inspector Snow is investigating. Mr. Charters and I know who did them. Says, so do they. Are we thinking of the same man? Begins with a W? Oh. Oh, I see. Well, one was only trying to do one's duty as a citizen. Says Inspector Snow has everything in hand and would be pleased keep our noses out of it.
Impertinent pipsqueak. You got his name, did you? Well, I'm glad we got that sorted out, Caldicott.
So am I, Charters. Much more satisfactory.
You know, these reach-me-down shirts are really quite cool.
Old Trafford Cricket Ground. And get them as fast as you can, Miss Driver.
Yesterday they couldn't get Greenwich out, and Viv Richard is going to be batting all the way back to Antigua. Have you heard what the latest score is?
I'll tell you something that's been puzzling me on and off, Charters. Why are we here? Why are we here, Caldicott?
We're here to see England take the remaining 5 wickets before close of play.
Well, it goes without saying, Charters. What I meant was, why did we come north in the first place? Why did we get to Norton and West?
I know a good deal's happened, old chap, but surely you'll remember. We were directed there in Jock's letter. There, you see, for R.H.L. Johnson's Captain Reed N. Norton, A.N.D. Weston, and West. It's one of his confounded concealed clues, like his fictitious charity match in the non-existent Old Corinthians.
Yes, I know that, Charters, but why? Why did he want to send us to Norton and West?
Why? Well, isn't it obvious why? If we hadn't got to Norton and West, we should never have recovered Jock's letter, nor pinned down Wrigley as the murderer.
Yes, but Jock wasn't to know that Wrigley would have his letter, much less that he would have taken it from Sinclair's body. I repeat, Charters, why are we here?
I begin to wonder, Caldicott. I begin to wonder.
Now, there's a sight one doesn't often come across at first-class cricket.
I think, having come here, I should pay attention to the game. Do you know what I'm beginning to think, Caldicott?
You too, Charters.
What?
Pay attention to the game. The over's begun.
Oh. He could have been out there, if you want my opinion, Caldicott.
Oh, I don't know, Charters. Mark you. A couple more degrees to the off, and you may well have had a case. You were saying?
A couple more degrees.
No, that's what I was saying. You were saying something about Norton and West.
But that's it, Caldicott. When Jock referred us to N. Orton and Weston, he didn't mean Norton and West. No. That's what was beginning to dawn on me, and now it's perfectly evident. It was the nearest he dare get to spelling out Northwest.
Northwest?
Northwest.
How do you make that up?
Let's see.
No, hang on. Listen, Bernie. Half at your finger. Must keep the old scorecard up
Never
to
mind
date.
the scorecard. Where are those notes you made from Wisdom when we made the comparison with the school yearbook?
Never mind my scorecard.
Yeah, I said for the moment. Just let me see those figures.
There we are. What's this northwest business?
This rigmarole about the batting order, Caldicott. Degrees northwest. Degrees latitude north, degrees longitude west.
Oh, I'm beginning to twig this, Charters. So by changing around all these averages and so forth as instructed...
We get the chart reference for Jock's U-boat load of gold, or I'm a Dutchman. Now, for R.H.L. Johnson, read N. Orton, right down north, whose innings figure should be the same as Larkin's.
21.
Boyd Mason's average should be reversed with that of T.P. Cowley.
69.93.
Then the non-existent Western, put down West, and his non-existent bowling average of 17.43. And then number of runs scored off L.G. Palmer's bowling is given as 100 lower than the correct total.
In other words, 0 from 6, 6, 0 from 0 is 0. 906, is that it?
Yes. 21 degrees, 69, 93 knot. No, that's impossible.
Why, is it in the middle of Greenland?
It isn't anywhere. 21, 69, 93. It's simply not possible.
Why not?
You never did that advanced map reading course in the army. No, take it from me, old fellow. That can't be the bearing. 21, 69, 93. It's like saying the time is 1:69 and 93 seconds.
You're a half past, actually.
Yes, for the longitudinal reference. 1743, 906 west. No, it's far too high.
Oh, I don't know. Bear in mind the school had a very good batting side last year.
It simply isn't a chart reference, Caldicott. And a moment ago, I was so sure I had it.
Supposing we juggle the figures around a bit more.
We can juggle till the hell freezes over, Caldicott. There are simply too many digits. As for this last paragraph about the old Corinthians being 131 for 3, how does that fit in?
Search me, old chap.
It simply doesn't make sense. Does it?
Good God, a woman! I say, you missed a jolly fine save by Fowler there, old chap. Corinthians!
Excuse me, madam. I wonder if I may borrow your Bible. It's awfully kind, I think.
Yes, you up to, Charters?
Corinthians, Caldicott. Corinthians first innings, or 1 Corinthians, 131 for 3, or if we run the figures together, 13, 13. 1 Corinthians, chapter 13, verse 13. And now abideth faith, hope, charity, these 3. But the greatest of these is charity.
Charity? By Jove, Charters, our visit to the old school, the only purpose of which was to inform us via the bursar of an old boys' charity match that never took place.
Yes, one had already deduced that while you were gawping at the cricket.
One does not gawp, Charters, when both men are bowling. One concentrates.
No, I withdraw that remark, Caldicott. I do beg your pardon, I was preoccupied. Now, these 3, just supposing... Let me see your notebook again. Faith, hope, and charity. These 3, Caldicott. That's the significant word.
I thought the significant word was charity, and the greatest of these is charity.
Indeed, but he'd already drawn our attention to charity, though for what reason we know not. But these 3. Now, if we divide the numbers we have by 3, we get 0, 7, 23, 31 north, 58, 13, 0, 2 west. This could very well be the precise position we're looking for.
Really? Where is it?
Well, how the devil should I know?
odd she didn't get into the members' enclosure. Ignore her, Charters. She'll go away. We've got to stop this.
There'll be even more of a distraction if Wrigley finds you. He's scouring the ground.
Never fear. There's little he can do here. Don't be too sure, Charters. A chap who'll commit murder probably shows scant respect for the conventions of first-class cricket.
Inspector Snow agrees.
Is he here, too? Perhaps we had better make ourselves scarce, Charters. Yes. You might just return this to your sister over there.
Really, I knew you supported him, but I didn't know you prayed for him. Get the hell out of here. I'll see if I can find Inspector Snow.
There they are.
Please, even if you do find them, there's nothing you can do.
Have a large drink in the tea.
I do believe the black has got away. Not for long. And he certainly won't bother us again. Hold on, Caldicott. Let's drop in here for a moment. You were asking, before we were so rudely interrupted, for the precise location of that chart reference I worked out. If chart reference it really is. Well, we'll know soon enough.
Whether it is or where it is. Either or both.
If it leads us to the rainforest of Borneo, we're on the wrong trail again. No. 58 west, 7 north. 58 west, 7 north. This region, I fancy.
Brazil, possible.
No, it's much further north and much further west. Somewhere about here.
But that's in the middle of the sea.
Well, of course it's in the middle of the sea, Caldicott. Where else would you expect to find a submarine?
But how do we know that's where the submarine did scuttle itself?
We don't. That's the trouble. The position seems likely enough, but it could be a coincidence. If only we had one more clue to tell us we were on the right track.
I'll see you past, sir.
Charters? Look there, old man.
I'm afraid this small print defeats my glasses.
Then take them off and use them as magnifying glass.
Yeah. The largest of Scotch and sodas, Caldicott.
All right, Charters. You've had your count of 10.
You stupid bitch!
News desk, please.
Don't do anything stupid, Wrigley. Just drop the gun on the deck and walk forward. Just drop it, Wrigley. Come on, lad, you can't do anything more now. Just drop the gun.
Get her out of here.
Mr. Caldicott, Mr. Charters, you won't be going very far, will you?
Well, not until close of play, anyway, Inspector. We can take it he's dead.
Not a pretty sight. Still, look on the bright side. No trial. That does mean your statements can be a little less, shall we say, detailed than they might otherwise have been. We don't want to waste police time, do we?
Good Lord, no, that would never do.
What will happen to Wrigley's wife, Inspector?
Not a lot, I should think, Mr. Charters. What happens to us all? I suppose there are peripheral charges I could make, but once we start that game, we never know where it's going to end, do we, Mr. Caldicott?
Indeed, no. Thank you, Inspector Snow.
I trust we may be able to help you again one day, Inspector.
Two extremely large Scotch and sodas, if you will.
What the blue blazes is he doing here?
God, no.
If he claims to be the official keeper of the ashes or any such nonsense, I shall have it hard with him.
You can't come in here.
There. I said you should wear a tie. She's all in brandy.
They wouldn't serve you. I say, are you all right? You've had a frightful
Don't worry about me. I've known ever since Helen's death it would have to end something like this. I just wanted to apologise to you both for all the trouble I've caused, and to thank you.
Oh, think nothing of it. Now, if you'll allow me to show you the way.
I'll have medicinal brandy. And I'll have medicinal gin and tonic.
Why don't we go across and have a nice drink in the ladies' lounge?
Can't. You're not ladies and we're not members.
Pity, we could have been your guests.
That's all right. We can be your guests.
No, but you see, this is members only.
Vive la différence!
Bloody hell, where's Chris Hustler?
I don't know what your arrangements are.
Oh, look after Father as best I can. He's still got Josh Darrell to worry about, remember? I suppose I better write a long letter to Jenny in New York about the plot that failed.
Quite. I meant your immediate arrangements. Excuse me. Better just leave it to me, Caldicott. Now, the stewards are on their way. Now, we don't want to see Mrs. Moulton, do we?
Speak for yourself.
Jock's will. Jenny has the original one, I believe.
Yes, you have the later one.
No, there is no later one. Isn't that so, John?
Positively. Now,
But there is, we all know there is.
Misunderstanding.
you may be sure that if the will in Jenny's possession goes for probate, no one will come forward to challenge it.
I don't know how to thank you.
By leaving instantly.
Home time, ducks. You need some sleep. And I need my pigskin suitcase.
Goodbye and good luck. Our messages to Jenny.
Large ones again, please. I suppose we've got to buy the fellow a drink.
Can't be avoided, old chap. He bought us one. And whatever this gentleman is having.
Salute.
Your health, Venables.
Cheers.
An eventful day.
Very. What's the score?
393. No more wickets down since your hasty departure from the members' enclosure, you'll be relieved to hear.
Well, nothing to be relieved about. England needs those wickets, Venables.
What do you know about our hasty departure, Venables? Are you spying on us again?
Observing. I'm an observer.
Oh, Your official title, I suppose.
My official title, such as it is Special Investigator for the Treasury.
Treasury? What, taxes and so forth?
Gold and so forth.
Oh, that.
That. Any, news at all of its whereabouts?
I don't see what that is to you, Venables, or your confounded treasurer.
Quite. Britannia may rule the waves and all the rest of it, but I don't think that extends to the possession of a German U-boat sunk 40 years ago off the coast of... never mind where.
That's one view. Another view is that Colonel Beavers was a serving officer when knowledge of the U-boat came into his possession. Any subterranean gold, then, it could be argued, would be government property.
Someone else out by the sound of it.
Or a thundering great six.
You really should be witness to these excitements, wouldn't you agree? This chart.
This treasury of yours, Venables.
I wouldn't say one's treasury, Caldicott.
Charters.
As the case may be. One's paymaster.
Should this gold be recovered, would the authors of its recovery have a say in what was to be done with it?
All those millions, what? Hospitals, lads' clubs, cricket grounds in deprived areas. I say we could set up a trust fund.
Exactly.
I'm afraid not. The treasure is to cash what blotting paper is to ink. It simply absorbs. Do you have a match, Charters?
No, he's Charters. I have a lighter. No, never light a cigar with a petrol lighter. It's bad for the tobacco. Allow me.
Oh, thank you. Sorry to disappoint you. So you thought that sunken gold would go to a good cause?
Had we found out where it was.
To charity, perhaps?
No, well played.
Good show.